Fish in Miami 5-2. A.J. Pollock had a big day offensively, collecting 3 hits and driving in 3 as the Diamondbacks disposed of the Nationals 5-2. He is among the National League leaders in stolen bases. Yoan Moncada grabbed 3 base knocks, leading the White Sox to a victory over their Windy City rival Cubs 4-3. The Pittsburgh Pirates combined to give up just 5 hits as they defeated the visiting
MLB The Show has baseball for you under the lights at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the New York Mets and the Philadelphia Phillies. The Metropolitans enter today's matchup with an 11-game winning streak on the line. They'll try to notch their 12th straight. Next, Ben Lively, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. And the first pitch of the night here is taken for ball 1, and we're officially underway in Philadelphia. These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, hey, D-Roll, this has not been the kind of homestand that they would like to have so far. Through the first 5 games, they're 2-3. D-Roll, getting to 500 on this homestand is certainly one thing they'd like to do here today.
Yeah, they can salvage a little bit right now. They can walk out of here today with a smile on their face if they can get this back to 500 in these first 6 games.
And now a chance to meet the Mets. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, Matty, I've been very impressed with Asdrubal Cabrera. Looking at the stats, he's hitting over 400 versus right-handed pitching this season. He's obviously facing a right-hander on the mound today, so guys, he could have a real impact on this game.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Herrera's there. 2 down.
Batting third, center fielder, Michael Conforto.
Next up for New York, Michael Conforto, having a very nice year, currently 2nd in the NL batting chase. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Hit well towards the hole. Played on the backhand. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Quick work there as the Mets are down on 4 pitches. It's the Mets 0. Phillies coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Steven Matz gets the ball for the Mets in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Steven Matz is what they look like. Big, strong guy, 6'4", about 220 pounds. Throws from the left side, smooth gas, 93 to 95. Terrific overhand curveball, and his changeup is getting better all the time. Steven Matz is quality.
So coming to the plate, Odubel Herrera. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, all you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year. You get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. A little roller toward the hole. Gonzalez charging this one, and he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out. With that, a look at the Phillies batting order in this one. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, one of their hotter hitters has been Carlos Santana. He's got a batting average of over 400 with runners in scoring position coming into this one. I love watching him in those situations because he gets really dialed in. Hopefully we get to see some of that today.
Up next will be Nick Williams. Lifetime numbers against Steven Matz. He's 1 for 4. Here comes the first pitch. And he takes a pitch right down the middle.
Wow, there's a pitch right there that this guy would like to have back. Very rarely do you see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and boy, he took that one. He'd like to have that one back and be able to take a good hack at that pitch.
Missed with a breaking ball. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Joe McDonald.
Hey, Joe McDonald, he's a tough guy to figure out sometimes, D-Row. One inning, he'll be given that inside corner. The next inning, he doesn't give much of that inside corner. His zone fluctuates a lot.
You know, Dan, you can see some definite confusion on the face of some hitters today. Questioning in the strike zone. One pitch is a strike on the outer half. The next time it's a ball. Kind of a little cat and mouse with the umpire when you should be focused on the pitcher.
In now, Cesar Hernandez. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. This pitch is popped up. Cabrera is calling for it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Phillies down in order. We are still scoreless. Striding in, Yoenis Cespedes. He'll start things out in the top half of the second. First pitch coming. Here it is. And that one just missed outside. The 1-0 home is a fastball that misses.
Do you take your chances in this situation as a hitter, knowing he's just missed outside 2 pitches in a row, and dive a little bit and try and drive something in the opposite field?
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Due next is the dangerous Jay Bruce. Now the 3-0 offering. Line to shortstop, and there's 1 away.
Time to take a look at the Philly D. And let's take a look at first baseman Carlos Santana. Originally came up from the minors as a catcher. Also has dabbled at DH. But don't get it twisted. This guy can handle first base as well with soft hands and big-time power at the plate.
Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses 1-0. Pulled toward right center field. Chasing after it is Herrera. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and standing in a power threat in Todd Frazier, the third baseman. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Takes this the other way to right, and he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. It's worth a second look here at. And now it'll be the cleanup spot for the Phillies. Rhys Hoskins. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Now a swing and a deep drive to right. Gone! Rhys Hoskins with a solo shot. 7 home runs for him on the year now, and the Phillies grab a 1-0 lead.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top.
That is Phil. Third baseman, Carlos Santana.
So now Carlos Santana. As he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. Lifetime numbers against Steven Matz. He's hitless in 6 tries. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. It's 1-2.
That's a real tough pitch to hit. That's, as in the pitcher's jargon, we call that the Hall of Fame pitch. That slider down and in. Really, the only way you're going to be able to hit that pitch is if you're looking for it down and in, and still then it's a really difficult pitch to hit.
Here's the defensive alignment for the New York Metropolitans. And guys, one thing I want you to focus on today when you look at this team on the defensive side of the ball, they're in the top 5 in fielding percentage. They go about their business a certain way. They make all the routine plays, mix in a few flashy ones, and day after day, they give their pitchers the best chance to be successful.
Michael Franco comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Rounded down the third baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. And a big curveball is in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone.
This tells me a lot about this guy. He's done a real nice job bouncing back from that home run to strike out the next 2 guys. Sometimes you're going to get taken deep, but it's all about how you respond that really matters.
Into the box, Adam Rosales. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Enters play here at 279. 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. High in the air out to center field. Conforto has a read on it, and that retires the side. But the Phillies strike first on this solo home run. We've played 2. It's now 1-0 Philadelphia. Here's Adrian now. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. The 0-1 is a fastball low, and that evens the count at 1-1. Gonzalez is a big threat in a matchup like this. He's got a ton of pop against right-handed pitching.
Yeah, I think because of his approach. He's not a dead pull guy. You want to try and sneak a piece of cheese in or hang something over the heart of the plate, he's going to absolutely crush it. But anything going away from him goes right into his bat path.
And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
You can bet they love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
3-2 pitch. Hard liner to center field. And this will be pulled in just in front of the warning track for the first out. So one gone now as we give you a look at where these two teams find themselves entering play in the National League's Eastern Division race. At the plate, Steven Matz. Here's the first pitch to him. A little bouncer. That rolls foul for strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Now a flare out toward right center. Hernandez ranging into shallow right. He's got it, and there are two down now. The catcher Devin Mesoraco stands in. He also had 3 hits in the win last night. First offering on its way. Hit on the ground to third. Bronco fields it cleanly. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Digging in the switch hitter, Andrew Knapp, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. A ball and no strikes. The 1-0 is laid off for ball 2.
Not a great spot to be in right here, 2-0, but I'm not so sure why he's pitching this guy so cautiously. A bottom of the order guy you don't normally see getting pitched like this.
Liner towards second, but right to Cabrera, and that's the first out. Digging in now for Philadelphia, Ben Lively. Looks at a sinker on the outside corner. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of his sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
Hit out towards second. Throw on to Gonzalez, and that's out number 2. Digging in for his second at-bat, Odubel Herrera, 0 for 1 here in the early going. Curveball just misses apparently. 1-0.
Kind of surprised not to see a fastball on the first pitch there. The guy's probably taking at least one pitch to give his pitcher a chance to sit down after he already made the second out.
Called strike, and he's behind 1-2. Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia, but they lead it 1-0. Ready for another chance? Ahmed Rosario back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. Rosales up the middle, and the throw here is in time. Very nicely done there at short for the first out. And I thought this might happen based on how close that play was at first. The skipper's out of the dugout, and it looks as though he might decide to challenge that out call.
Yeah, definitely one of those bang-bang plays. And looking at it right here again, I still don't know if I can tell for sure. Going to be interesting to see what they decide to do here.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. Lifted the other way down the left field line. Hoskins waits on it. 2 down. Digging in to try it again, Michael Conforto. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Conforto behind, a ball and 2 strikes.
You can tell this offense is getting frustrated, but this might be one you have to shower off. When a guy's locating like this, fastball at the knees and to both corners, it's going to be tough for them to do anything with it.
2-2 the count. Hit hard. Foul.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
Swing and a line drive. That's a hit, the first of the game for the Mets. Throw into second. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Man, that swing looked like self-defense than a real quality swing, but hey, he muscled it out there and it was enough to get him safely to second. Those are the kind of hits that will drive you nuts as a pitcher.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The 1-0 is taken, strike 1.
Snuck that high hard one by him without a swing, but that's a pitch and location he can do a lot of damage with. Got to be careful doing that.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Just 1 hit apiece for both of these clubs. Hit to short. Rosales comes up with it. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Striding in once again, Nick Williams. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. There's a swing and a miss. Says, oh my goodness, he loses the shillelagh on that one. Look out. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Missed with a slider. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Scooped up on the backhand. And a flip to first from Cabrera in time for the first out.
Now batting, second baseman.
Stepping into the box, Cesar Hernandez. He popped out in his first trip. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. In the air out to left. Cespedes will get there with ease as he puts it away for out number 2.
Left fielder, Reese Hoskins.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Reese Hoskins. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one.
Yeah, that last at bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but hey, listen, a home run is a home run. This guy's cruising along, pitching well as we enter the middle innings of this one. Less than 60% of his first pitches have been for strikes. If he could clean that up a little bit, he could really roll into the later innings in this one.
Hoskins behind, the count 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
He's been pounding the zone with nothing but strikes, but that's an amazing take right there.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Phillies down in order, but they're up 1-0. Digging in now, Jay Bruce. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. The 1-0 home is laid off, but in there for strike one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 home is outside for a ball.
They're going to probably stay away from this guy. He's got so much power. You don't want to miss over the heart of the plate. But I think when pitchers try to be too cute on that outside corner, they might leak one a little bit inside, and this is where that guy would jump on.
A bouncer up the middle, backhanded, and safe, says the first base umpire, as the throw was too late.
You know, D-Row, I'm not sure if you're one of those superstitious guys, but a 13-game hitting streak seems like a pretty good number for this guy.
Yeah, that's the old baker's dozen right there. We're almost looking at 2 weeks of just sleeping like a baby. You're going to hear me reiterate this throughout this streak. I can't tell you, when you're swinging the bat like this, your food tastes better, your wife gets prettier, everything is just working.
First offering on its way. Curveball that time, not even close. Bruce on at first, nobody out. That misses. 2-0.
That's a good approach when you're facing a young arm you might not be too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got. Now he's got himself ahead in the count.
The 2-0 on the way. He's running. Oh, and this is hit high and deep out to left. And that's off the left field wall. Oh, and it falls as he can't make the play. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly.
Well, the bad news is he botched what looked like a routine fly ball. The good news is the runner wasn't able to advance any further than first base. So that's a play that should have been made, but at least it wasn't more than a one-base error.
Here's Adrian now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. Comes set with the 0-1. Now a swing, and Gonzalez gets a hold of one, sending it out to deep left field. And gone! A dramatic home run that gives them their first lead of the game. Adrian Gonzalez, a 3-run home run. Number 21 for him on the season, and the Mets have taken a 3-1 lead.
Well, with no outs, you can afford to give up a single, but you can't afford to give up a 3-run homer. He just caught too much of the plate. Now he's back to the drawing board. No outs, and the inning is already an ugly one.
Now batting.
Standing in now, Steven Matz. Soft liner toward first, but no problem at first, and that's the first out.
The catcher, number 40.
Into the box now, Devin Mesoraco. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Here comes the 0-1. Up around the face.
Now for 4 innings, he was great. But here in the 5th, he looks like a completely different guy out there. That happens a lot when a pitcher is facing batters for the 2nd or 3rd time in a game.
Hit hard on the ground at first. And that's through for a hit.
I appreciate the moxie right there, but 3 fastballs at this level usually turns into a knock.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Outside of home runs, nothing fires me up more than watching a good baseball player drive the ball at the opposite field. Talking about hitting the inside half of the baseball, that's exactly what happened right there. And when we say inside half of the baseball, imagine the ball coming to a complete stop halfway between home plate and the pitcher's mound. and then cutting that baseball in half and highlighting the inside half. That's where you're trying to take the knob of your bat or the hands to that spot and carve the inside half of the baseball with power.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time. And now K-Rod Francisco Rodriguez is up throwing in the bullpen. 3 runs already. Home here. The 1-0. Count now, a ball and a strike. Now before the next pitch, time is called at home plate as he'll step out. The 1-1. Line towards center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Michael Conforto. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. This is line to left. And that's in there. Base hit. The relay, and he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. The throw hangs him out to dry, and that'll end the inning. But the Mets strike for... Here's Carlos Santana now. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
And he'll step on first himself for the out. A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the 5th, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just 1 hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0. 2-0 now.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. 3-1 our score as we play inning number 5. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Striding into the box, Adam Rosales. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Line drive, base hit. So he delivers with 2 away, and the bottom of the 5th marches on.
Whoa, that ball was close, whizzed right by his head. I think he probably heard it go by, guys. That's pretty unsettling for a pitcher. Trust me, I know.
So next to the plate for the Phils, Andrew Knapp hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. No balls and 1 strike. Here comes the 0-1. Hit on the ground to short. Rosario's got it cleanly. Throw on to the first baseman. Gonzalez will take care of him, and the inning is over. Digging in once again, Yoenis Cespedes. He'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6.
You know, Madden, every team has that one guy, and Yoenis Cespedes is that guy for the Mets. Completely changes that complexion of that Mets betting order.
And a leap over at first, but he comes down with his foot on the bag. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And no swing, apparently. Ball one. We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. Lifted down the line in left. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double. But baseball's a game of streaks and runs, and he is on one right now.
Yeah, and you've got to ride these streaks as long as you possibly can, and he's doing that coming in right here. Came into this game on fire with the stick, and he's doing that here.
That's now 2 hits so far for him in this one. Here's Todd Frazier now, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball one. No hits to this point. The 1-0 home is taken for ball two.
Boy, this is one of those tricky spots for a pitcher, right? You have an open base, but you have a guy on deck that can do a lot of damage. Not a good spot to be in if you're a pitcher right now.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Frazier in front, 3 balls and a strike. On deck, there's Adrian Gonzalez. Called a strike, and it's full 3-2. The 3-2 pitch. Lifted in the air to center field. Herrera's there. And he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning. Adrian Gonzalez will stand in as he's accounted for one of the biggest at-bats of the game so far. A 3-run shot back in the 5th that's really energized his ball club. And now indication from the dugout that they'll issue the free pass, and with the pitcher on deck, that'll force their hand here with 2 gone. Francisco Rodriguez trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away.
Now pitching for the Phillies, number 75, Francisco Rodriguez.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Dribbled up the line. Fielded cleanly. On to first, and the Mets are going to come up empty here as that ends the inning. Cameron Rupp is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6. A ball and no strikes. Lifetime numbers against Steven Matz. He's 0 for 4. To short. Rosario's got it. And quickly there's one down to lead off the frame. So yet another strong outing for him tonight as we show you the league leaders in ERA. And as you can see there, he's off to a flying start. The NL's leader in that department here in the month of May. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. First offering on its way. Hit out towards second. Cabrera towards second. He's got it in time to first, and there are 2 away.
The right fielder, number 5, Nick Williams.
Digging in to try it again, Nick Williams. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Lifted the other way to left center. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Phillies down on just 4. Luis Garcia is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Catcher Devin Mesoraco stands in. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Fastball that time is nowhere close, and it's even at 1-1. Garcia a native of the Dominican Republic. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Hey, I think if you ask this guy honestly how his season's gone so far, he'd tell you he's not happy with it. It's been kind of an average year for him, but he has time to get hot and make that salary push.
Well, you see that happen quite a bit at the big league level, Hero. Breaking ball up and away, hard slider up out of the zone, hit for a bullet for a base hit.
Yeah, Dan, you try and look for it to pop out above the pitcher's hand. That usually signifies that it's going to be something breaking. That was actually a slider, so nice job by the offensive player, not only recognizing it, but not trying to do too much.
Wow, he must be living right because he gets absolutely jammed. Thought we were going to see the bat splintered, but instead he muscles the ball to right for a double. Might get some heckles from his teammates, but no doubt he'll take it.
Riding in once again as Drupal Cabrera. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. He's set and the pitch. And you wonder about the control now as he misses high with the slider.
This game is getting interesting real quick. And the last thing you want to do on the mound is fall behind. Needs to get back in the strike zone right here.
Now the 1-0. Back up the middle and through into center field. A base hit. The runner from second crosses the plate. Make it 5-1.
He was able to spit on that first slider right there, guys, but he didn't let the second one go. Able to execute and drive the baseball.
Into the box now, Michael Conforto. Popped him up. Santana has a play. And that's the first out of the inning. And next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Yoenis Cespedes. No thump out of him in this game so far, as might be expected. He's 0 for 3. He's set. Here it comes. And this one's in the dirt. Cabrera stands at first with 1 out. Way in front of a great slider that time. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
There's another slider. That's back-to-back good sliders. And this guy's breaking ball is really good. And when he's throwing it well like he is, and he's confident with it, he can throw it 3 or 4 times in a row. A really good slider in this one.
In the dirt here. The 2-2. Hard ground ball to third. And he whips on it as this ball's right under his glove.
Man, I thought this at-bat was over. Down 0-2. He's able to work himself back into a hitter's count. 2-2. He's able to find the knockout there.
Here's Jay Bruce now. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. Gone. And that one had some extra distance. A 3-run shot by Jay Bruce. Number 13 for him on the year, as this is now a 7-run ball game.
I know he's a confident pitcher, but there's a difference between being confident and downright foolish. He just offered one of the most dangerous hitters in the lineup a straight heater, and it cost him big time.
Now batting, third baseman,
In now, Todd Frazier. Pops this one up. Santana in foul ground. And he brings it in on the warning track. Here's Adrian now. He's 1 for 2 in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. And that misses low and away, ball one. Now some movement out in the Phillies bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen. The 1-0 is swung on and missed, and that's strike one.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
Hoskins there to put it away and finally put an end to the inning. But not before 5 crossed the plate, with the big blow being this 3-run home run. Get up and stretch. It's the Mets 8 and the Phillies 1. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Cesar Hernandez. He flew out in his last at-bat.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Hit back up the middle. Rosario brings it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, left fielder.
So stepping in, Rhys Hoskins, 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. In there for strike one.
We're moving along into the later innings, and this guy's throwing over 60% of his first pitches for strikes. He'd like to do a little bit more, but so far so good.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Conforto is there, 2 gone. Digging in the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Right side hit hard, and this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. But now a throw from the outfield will get him. How slow can you be? This one pretty well in the bag. 8th inning coming up. The Mets are out on top, 8-1. Ready once again.
Leading off for the Mets, pitcher.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a whiff at a good slider that time. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
Very weakly on the ground.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out. Ready for another chance? Devin Mesoraco. He singled his last time up. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
Now the 1-0 finds the zone, strike one. The 1-1. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Number 9 batter comes through that time, as it'll now be up to the top of the order with 1 away.
Well, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his 3rd single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4. Not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. The 1-0. Ground ball to second. This could be two. The second for one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Ready for another shot now. Michael Franco. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. First pitch is a sinker, too low. 1-0. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss. The 1-1 home. There's a foul ball off to the right side, and that'll move the count to 1-2. And now time is called as a beach ball has made its way out into left field here. Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his third tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out. A strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Into the box, Adam Rosales. As he'll take a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And a curveball that started low and broke lower, ball 1. Just a tick behind for a strike.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
Hey, D-Roll, that's a 1-out single right there. And, hey, the pitcher hasn't pitched out of the stretch in a while. He's been pretty sharp so far in this one.
Yeah, and hopefully that runner right there can get his attention a little bit more diverted on first base, and then he leaves a cookie over the middle of the plate.
He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Bruce coming on, but he won't get there. It falls in. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, there's a base hit right there. Now they have a couple of runners on with less than 2 outs, but they're down by so much in this game that hopefully maybe they can get something started here in this inning.
Yeah, 100%, Dan. I played the game a long time. I've never seen a big league hitter giving that bat away. You chip away and fight until that 27th out is made.
Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. 4th trip to the plate now, and he's hitless to this point.
Yeah, he and his teammates have really been shut down by some very good pitching in this one. Been fun for a guy like me to watch.
A ball and a strike to the Phillies leadoff man. The 1-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in, and they get right back outside. Nice pitch.
And this one gets away. So now 2 men in scoring position. Here now the 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Phillies leave a couple. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Edelbert Ramos enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. Next for the Mets as Asdrubal Cabrera. He drove home 2 with a single in his last plate appearance. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
A ball and a strike now.
One pitch coming now to Cabrera.
Squared that one up just a little late. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. It might have been sitting on an off-speed pitch, but instead he gets the fastball way late. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
Standing in now, Michael Conforto, as he'll take a look at ball one. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ball game. And there's one he'd like to have over again. Missed high with the slider.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
He's set, and the 2-0 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Chasing after it is Herrera. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out. Here's Yoenis Cespedes. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. And the changeup is way low that time. Ripped down the line. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. The relay. Throw won't get him.
That's a grind pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate, and this batter's able to bite and keep his hands inside this baseball and drive it for a knock. Impressive.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Jay Bruce, 3 for 4 so far, and seeing it well in this ball game. From the stretch. And a neck-high fastball that time. Up around the face.
Well, he's got a base open to use right here, and it looks like he might not be afraid to do that by the way he's pitching him.
Just a bit low, ball 3. Todd Frazier would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Here's the 3-0 pitch. And this is fouled at the plate. Cespedes at second with 2 down. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out.
Man, the pitcher's wondering how he didn't get that call. Busted him inside on a 3-1 count. The ump thought it was just a tad off the plate. Tough to get the benefit of the doubt from the umpire when you fall behind in a count like that, though.
And that's into the corner of foul ball in right. Oh, 1. Here's the pitch. Missed with a slider.
Hey, great take on that slider away right there. But I'm thinking in that situation, that pitcher's got to execute a little bit better. That was almost a non-competitive pitch. Being outside, you could almost have let that one go right out of his hand.
Pitch is way outside, and that's straight to the backstop. So now 2 men in scoring position. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Second and third, 2 away. And he misses again, ball 4, and that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball. So striding in, Adrian Gonzalez. He went deep back in the 5th. Here's the first pitch to him, and a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
This is where he might need a mound visit, whether it be from the shortstop, his pitching coach, or the catcher. These last couple of pitches have certainly gotten away from him.
2 out, bases loaded. Not close. It's 2-0.
Putting himself in a pretty bad situation now on 2-0, and the base is loaded. He basically doesn't have much of an option but to challenge him right here.
The 2-0 on the way is taken, ball 3.
Well, nothing can make you question yourself on that mound more than 3 straight balls to a guy you know that you should go right after. Sometimes you just lose the strike zone and you don't know why.
The 3-0 pitch. Popped him up. Now waits on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. A couple of walks, but no damage. Up next will be Nick Williams, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Hit to third. Frazier's up with it. And there's 1 down now. Digging in now for Philadelphia, Cesar Hernandez. He was a ground out victim last time up. In there, strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Cue shot here out towards short. On to first, and now the Phillies are down to their final out. And that will be the cleanup spot for the Phillies. Rhys Hoskins. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Well, he's done a great job on the hill throughout this game, and it's something to be proud of anytime you can pitch a good game in this ball.
Late swing, but he's still able to get a lot of this one out toward deep right field. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. Around second now and headed for third. And he is into third with a 2-out triple.
Wow, it looked like he was carrying a piano around the bases on that one, but somehow he makes it all the way around to third for a triple. Give credit where credit is due. Nobody in the park, including me, thought he had that in him.
0-1, here it comes. And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first. And that'll slice just foul at the last moment. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Hey, listen, in baseball, we don't see very many complete games any longer because of pitch counts. But listen, he was good from the first inning through the 9th. Well-deserved complete game victory.
8-1 is the final tonight. The Mets wrap up their 20th road win of the season. Steven Matz earns his 8th victory of the season, turning in a very strong complete game effort. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
Final line score for our ball game.